Dear Paul, is it okay to use notes when I'm on stage?
Yes. Yes, it is. Okay, I'm going to step back so that I'm not overly creepy, but a lot of times I get asked about notes on stage because I think there's a taboo saying that if you have notes or a sheet of paper with you, it makes you weaker as a presenter, and that's just not the case. Now, that being said, should you be reading your notes on stage? Absolutely not. Don't do what I did in the intro. If you have notes at a lectern or nearby you, it's okay. Maybe you'll lose your place or you need them for reference. But here are a couple tips when it comes to using notes on stage. Let's start with just using a normal sheet of paper like I had here. First of all, whatever notes you have, presentation notes, verbatim your speech, talking points, whatever it is, make sure it's on a sheet of paper, but also make sure that the print is fairly large. I use size 16 font. This is actually the intro to a speech I just gave tonight, but you get the picture. That the notes should be there. They should be large so that you're not sitting there squinting when you're trying to read them. So that is one technique. With technology being what it is, you could put those notes on slides, whether it's a PowerPoint type thing or a Word document. As long as you can access the information quickly and without distracting the audience, that's fine. Again, don't be reading them. Another technique a lot of speakers use is to palm the notes. So they will take a regular index card and they will place it in their hand and they will speak and glance at the card once in a while. The card will typically have some sort of talking point for them. You can do this. I don't like it. Number one, I've only got 3 fingers, so it doesn't really work for me as well. Number two, I just think it creates an awkward hand position. It's even if I can cover that like that, it's just weird. I kind of like Danny DeVito's the Penguin from Batman 2. So again, not a fan of the palming technique, but you could do it. Another suggestion that I actually love, if you have a front row that's not being used or a seat in front of you, you can sometimes put very large 1 or 2 word keywords on a chair in front of you in the front row of the audience, and you could also use that as a talking point, or some people have actually put the notes on the ground. I don't do that. Typically when I speak it is from memory, but you can do it that way. A final word on notes is just, when it comes to quotes, if you really don't want to mess up a quote, that's okay to read that one, or at least have that one handy so you don't screw it up. Audiences will typically forgive you on that one too. But generally speaking, as long as you're not reading your notes verbatim and just sitting there and your eyes are down looking at the page and you're projecting to the lectern or to wherever you have your notes placed, everything else is fair game. Do it that way. If you feel more confident, especially starting out, go for the notes. Just do it smartly and do it in a way that's not distracting or, more importantly, takes away from your presentation and your message.